you're using? You actually sound really clear.
I am using an old school Apple portable microphone.
Works. I guess wherever you're at is pretty quiet too, huh?
Yeah, I can hear the birds outside, but otherwise it's 5 a.m. never. After a party. Everyone's asleep.
Come on. Oh, should turn that down. Is this my current feed? Yeah, I think so. Okay, yeah. We are live.
Pre-show, pre-show. Or we can just do show.
Yeah, I think we can just hop in. Need my Khajiit to quit talking to me. This cat used to not want to have anything to do with people very much, and now she's like, she still doesn't really want you to try to hold her. Although she did jump up in my lap last week while we were on together, but and that was very surprising. But she constantly walks around my feet, meowing at me and rubbing on my leg. She wants attention. Just don't try to hold her.
Good luck.
She don't like that.
Good luck. Last week when we were doing the show, I went to go shush the other people that were in the room because I'm not used to other people being in the other room, right? And my mic was being extra sensitive. And then I go to back up, to quietly back up to walk back into the room, right? And you get, because Jinx was underfoot, and I stepped on her paw, and I'm like, Jinx, she's a shadow.
Yeah, I mashed a cat's tail in a door once because I was when I was younger, goofing around with a friend, and he was chasing me into my bedroom. So I tried to shut the door, and my cat's tail got caught in the middle of it. So I mean, I was just trying to shut it and kept pushing on it. She was just like, I didn't even realize it because I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Did I break it?
Oh my gosh, I know that feeling.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Snugpod Cast. I am never separate, and I am all alone, sort of.
All by yourself.
So I'm all alone in the Snugpod, but I'm not all alone in the audios. We are communicating through Sigic methods or something. I have Gwen the Bard here with me as well. How are you?
Mm-hmm. Good. Because remember, you're never alone. You're never separate. Of course you're never alone.
That's right.
I am exhausted. I know it's 11 p.m. when we record. My time zone says right now it's 5 a.m. And I went to bed after 11 p.m., which is normal for us. This is normal. If you listen, that's normal for us. But it's normally we're on the other end before we go to bed when we start out the waking up. So if I sound a little groggy or a little crackly when we're starting, that's why.
So
how has your week been in game though?
Full of lots of inventory clearing. I have done a lot of surveys, a lot of treasure maps, a lot of like the charity writs, the Witches Festival writs, and several master writs. Just my bank was probably over 400 at one point. And I have it down under 100 now, which was kind of my goal because I renewed ESO Plus for a month so that I could get the furnishing box and throw a bunch of stuff in there and clear out my storage boxes in my house and all of the stuff I had on my person as far as crafting materials go. So I've got all that stuff cleared out and in my craft bag now, and I needed to be able to put stuff into the bank, but without having under 240 slots. That wasn't going to be possible because I was already over cap, with the exception of anything that would go to an existing stack. So I've alleviated some of that. Still got some more writs and stuff to try to knock out. But I've also I did not realize how many of these stupid potions I had taking up space, but those tri-stat potions we get from the daily logins, I took one of my 60 slot storage boxes in my house and I dumped all but whatever partial stack I have that I'm currently using into the into that box, and I think it filled it to about 58 out of 60 slots. 200.
I am proud of you. I was afraid you were going to say you started deleting stacks, so thank you for storing them. You gave me a jump scare.
Well, deleting them will be the next option if I end up needing to free up some more space. I mean, I'm clearly not going
If
through.
you already filled a chest, you're not going to run out.
You're
good.
Yeah, I mean, nearly 60 stacks of 200, not counting ones that are also probably on other characters, because I'm pretty sure that I pulled out like at least a stack or so on each character when I, logged into those. I also put in all of the poisons. I made another one I just labeled that chest excess daily login rewards or something, and I put all the extra poisons and that kind of stuff, drink, things like that, food items and stuff. I just put all that stuff into another chest. I think that one was only a 30 slot box, but so that cleared up a lot of space in my bank just doing that, and then getting rid of all those surveys and everything. So yeah, that's largely been what I've been up to. I've knocked out a few stages of a quest here or there that I had in my thing. I've also knocked out all my antiquities that I could do, and as they came up, I went ahead and did a few more of those. So
I'm proud of you. You actually got stuff done.
Yeah. I mean, not anything as far as clearing any extra content, but yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
So I was going to mention, I didn't get the name. Maybe I'll do that another time. But if you guys listening are ever doing crafting writs and haven't thought to do this, if you use the turn in outside of the Snugpod, if you search the housing for Mastercraft Snugpod or something like that, I've came across, and I'll try to find the name later and do a shout out. But there are folks that have all of the master crafting stations with all of the different available sets in a Snugpod, so it's super handy. But
my goals.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. My goals.
I would consider making the Snugpod a primary for the guild if it had room for all the things, but it does not.
The Mundus stones are what actually kill it, because we can probably get everything in there, but it's the Mundus stones that kill it, because they just don't all fit. No, you cannot put a Mundus stone in the Snugpod. I've tried putting 4 in, it doesn't work.
Yeah. No, I was going to say that would probably be the only thing. The only other thing I was the Vampire Shrine also would probably struggle.
Vampire Shrine's right over there.
Oh, that's right, because you can sink it into the wall. I always forget about that.
And then you have it like spigots, so you can fill mead mugs for Vampire Shrine.
Yeah.
La, 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 la.
I forget that that's an option. So, and then it might be a little crowded for a parsing dummy, but I mean you could do it. Um,
The what wouldn't work is the new set, the new thing,
the the new.
the battle, the training ground, which I do want to get.
Oh yeah.
But that's why I'm working on the Gornir's. I think is it Gourd, Great, whatever. The thing up north.
Gornir's estate that's got the multiple Snugpods in it.
Yeah, the thing up north. That's why I'm trying to make that thing look nice. Because the Snugpod, unfortunately, is not big enough. But I do want a nice community Snugpod, so I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, I think that house would actually probably be pretty good because it's got an enclosed snug pod and then like two open ones. Is that right?
I have a studio up in there. I set up a studio that, like, I have the reading room with all of the lore books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the studio that's our studio, but the old school studio. And I have another studio that's set up slightly different because back when you said you wanted to start recording patch notes, I made you your own studio.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Patch notes are a daunting task if you want to get super into those. That might still be our longest episode ever.
Just read it. It's not daunting. Just read it. Don't comment. Just read it.
Yeah.
It's just audio form patch notes.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you been checking out any new actual stuff in game?
No. As far as
you haven't done anything new.
No, not as
not
far
new
as
content, but new for you.
Well, I did. Running as I was in Westfield, going to going to do I don't know, survey or something. I came across a fellow claiming to be a descendant of the Aliens, and he was trying to resurrect a Horver. And I said, "All right, well, good luck with that." And so he did. And then the Horver chased him off, and of course, they vanished because it's just one of those random encounter things. But I'm assuming that the implication is that the Horver eats him.
I always tell him, don't do it. Maybe you should start with something more simple.
Does he listen?
Yeah, he does. He goes, you're right. Maybe I should actually study a little more and try something simpler. He does.
That's funny. Yeah, the other option doesn't end well for him. And that's actually kind of what I figured.
He seemed nice.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to that whole debate on necromancy. I'm not generally a fan of people practicing necromancy.
So that's why I told him don't do it. You should do something smaller so he's not like doing actual necromancy, because when people don't know what they're doing with necromancy, they get hurt.
They raise big giant ticks to eat them.
Why would you even raise a tick in the first place?
Yeah. But other than that, I can't think. I've done so many surveys and stuff that I can't remember if I actually did anything outside of progressing one quest that I already had active. But do what?
Have you been using your add-ons for your surveys?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's made that a whole. I did have to look one up still because I got lost and I couldn't figure out which way I was supposed to go, and that was one of the ones in Greymoor. It was one of the like the pre-order treasure maps or something that we got, and so I had to look that one up to see where it was I was supposed to actually go, but yeah, I've spent hours doing that this week. Actually over the last couple of weeks, I think. But anyway, it's made a big dent clearing out space. So now hopefully if we go run a dungeon or something at some point, I can actually pick things up and not have to stop and pull out a merchant every few minutes and sell a bunch of stuff I don't want to because I can't break it down because I don't have the space for it. But anyway, did you get to do anything in game before you left since last time we talked?
Oh gosh, did I? No, because I was decorating the Snugpod during the last episode because I wasn't sure if I was going to, and I didn't. Oh wait, no, I did. I did. I got to. It wasn't okay. I'm not gonna call it like I know to some people this is the most important part of the game, and so this is probably the wrong thing to say, but it doesn't feel like I did anything in game because all I did was list things on the traders and make money. So.
Did you use the add-on for pricing on that?
No, because I still don't have add-ons set up because I'm working my way through Solstice still.
Okay.
And I don't want add-ons while I'm going through the new content, just because I like as clean of a screen as possible. So if there was an add-on to make the screen even more minimal on top of everything you can already get rid of with the normal UI options and stuff, I would. If I could run around and just play in screenshot mode in first person, I would.
That seems like the easiest fix is just make screenshot mode function like normal, just without all the clutter.
There is a way to do that on PC, but we don't have that on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's an add-on or that's just because how keyboards work, but I want it. Anyway, so yeah, no, then I hopped on a plane in Tavern Time and tons of fun, and there's going to end up being a bonus episode because just so much happened. We're not even going to cover that this week because there's news and just so much happened at the tavern. I had to take notes after each day so I wouldn't forget because there was a lot of stuff, a lot of people, a lot of new people, and a lot of new experiences. It was really fun. But then, well, during traveling was when the new Golden Pursuits dropped, right? During all of my traveling, and I saw someone post about it on one of the socials, and I'm just like, what? We get the 10-year anniversary painting in game? Oh, it's through Golden Pursuits. Oh, I'm out of the country the rest of the month. Oh no, am I going to have enough days? Quickly pulling up the calendar and counting it out. I'm going to get back. I'm going to have 6 days.
Is that part of this current Golden Pursuit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll cover that later. But yeah, I'm going to have 6 days. And I'm going to get that paint. I'll get it. 6 days.
Yeah, that is a cool painting. I'm not usually overly into. I mean, the paintings are nice, but they're not usually something that I'm too worried about.
It's mind-blowing. Never. We don't get paintings with actual characters in them. I mean, like we get Khajiits and stuff, right?
Right.
Like the little Elfique and the dogs, like the Greymoor Hellhound things, but it's a painting with people, with named people. And it's just, and you can actually see them in the painting. It's just, I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I need it. And I already love that painting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's one that
we got news. We actually got news this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of that painting.
So, do you want to just start there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That way people know how to earn this wonderful painting.
Okay.
I might be blowing it out of proportion. I've only seen pictures. I haven't seen it in game yet myself.
Well, looking at it in the picture here, it looks like it's a fairly sizable painting. So, how clear it'll be to, how easy you'll be able to actually make out, who's in it. We'll have to see, but yeah. So, do you have the articles and stuff in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to read that, or you want me to?
Oh yes, because I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
Golden Pursuits. Scribing for all. Earn a scribing altar, skill styles, 10-year anniversary painting, and more when you use the scribing system during a new Golden Pursuits campaign. Scribing for All. The Scribing for All Golden Pursuits campaign is now live and runs until August 7th. During the campaign period, you can unlock a host of in-game rewards via scribing and other in-game activities. Don't have access to scribing? Never fear! Scribing is now free for all ESO players. Visit this blog link to find out how to claim scribing for free and get started. During this Golden Pursuits campaign, you can unlock a host of special rewards by completing select activities. These rewards include complete 1 activity, Affix curated script, complete 3 activities, Focus curated script, complete 6 activities, Signature curated script, complete 9 activities, 20 Luminous ink, complete 10 activities, 50,000 gold, complete 11 activities, painting, 10-year anniversary furnishing, complete 13 activities, blade cloak, mirror more skill style, and complete 16 activities, scribing altar furnishing. You might recognize the 10-year anniversary painting that we shared as a wallpaper a few months ago. Now you can place it in your in-game home. You can complete a total of 26 different activities to reach the above milestone rewards. Activities include completing quests, including those from the scribing quest line, using abilities with active skill styles or scribed abilities, acquiring grimoires, and more. Even better, some specific activities grant additional rewards, including crown crates, luminous ink, and another skill style. Log in now to see the full list of activities and rewards within the Golden Pursuits section of the Activity Finder. Craft custom skills free. With the scribing system now free for all ESO players, this new Golden Pursuits campaign ensures there's no better time to check out scribing and discover the origins of spellmaking. Are you ready to delve into the secrets of scribing? Let us know. Thoughts?
You get a total of like 40 luminous ink because you get 20 for the was it 6 things? 9. You get 20 for that, and then for completing, I can't remember if it's like 5 quests or something, you get another 20. So that's a lot. You also, with the curated scripts that you get, I believe you also get 3 with each of those. That's been pretty nice.
It gives you a lot to mess around with, it sounds like, to start.
Yeah, I mean,
that's nice.
I've been gathering quite a few. I think I'm up to nearly 90 last I looked. So, granted, I don't spend a lot of time scribing stuff, but early on it was kind of a pain because you only got like the 12 or whatever from doing the quest. So, it felt like you kind of run out pretty quick, and them being sort of rare drops.
So they're not that rare, and you get them a lot in heavy sacks. So
I think they increased it, didn't they?
So fun tip for if you want more luminous ink. If you have Zarethar and you go into Sunhold down in Somerset, and you just keep circling that dungeon, there is an ungodly number of heavy sacks in that dungeon, and you will get a ton of luminous ink. It's a public dungeon down in Somerset. Sunhold. Bring out Zarethar or have his perk, and just keep cycling it, and you'll get a ton of luminous ink.
Nice. Yeah.
But also, free scribing altar, that's great. I'm going to might want it. I know I have a scribing altar. It's right up there. It's on the 2nd level. Looks great. I am still really proud of that 2nd level. But having a 2nd one would be great, because then I don't have to move it from house to house. So even if you already have a scribing altar, if you've earned it other ways, who's going to not turn down a free scribing altar?
Yeah. It was a little confusing. I think, which there's plenty of activities to do to complete it. So, um, it's not. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but I thought that some of those things were like, I thought it was a new quest for scribing, like just maybe a short little quest associated with the Golden Pursuits, but it's actually, I think, just the regular scribing quest that you do.
Well, good, and you should do the regular scribing quests because the storyline is gorgeous, and the more you progress it, the more notes and stuff appear in the Scholarium, and that is so much lore, and it is so much pretty lore, and it is good lore, and it's just fun, and there's character moments, and there's different notes, and you should just when you do those quests. I know you want to unlock scribing. I know you want all of your guys. Okay, I know you do. I know you just want to get all the things and then mess around with it now that you have access to it if you haven't had it before. Take a breath, okay? Because I know it's a lot, and it will be a lot. It will seem like a lot, but take your time, and every time you complete a thing, walk through the Scholarium, find the glowy notes, and read them.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that with it being the existing quest in game, I couldn't do it on my main for those parts of the pursuit because I've already done it. That's why I noted that you can still do the other stuff, and you've got plenty of other things that you can knock out to still get it. Even if you are in that situation, you don't have to go back and play it on do it again on an alt if you don't want to, just to get all the stuff from the pursuits. You could just do the other things and you'll still get it.
That's probably why there's a bunch of other things you aren't required to make an alt if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Which I like that we're having this Golden Pursuit because I do want scribing on like I did want to run through it again, and now this gives me like an extra reason to run through it again,
Yeah, the quest was pretty cool.
It's definitely one of my favorite quest lines in the game.
You do meet some interesting characters.
It's giving a lot of... I have a list of favorite quest lines, and the scribing definitely is a contender for one of the top ones. Definitely. I'm very passionate about the scribing storyline. Anyway.
Yep. Yeah, the getting the skill styles through this is cool. Actually, I can just pull it up and we can take a quick look at the other things that are in there.
You could just list it off. They're right in front of you.
Yeah. So you get scribe one skill and you get 50,000 gold. Claim your 5 rewards from the daily login. You get Barrier Verdant Green. 10 rewards from the login. You get 2 Flame Astronaut crates. 20 Luminous Inks for completing 5 quests. And, hold up. Defeat 100 enemies with scribed skills. You get another 20. I'm actually at 108 really now. Yeah. Let's see. And that's all. That's all as far as the extra rewards for the individual things. So yeah, that's 20, 40, and let me make sure this is 20. Yeah. So that's 60 that you get from doing those things. Plus, again, I think when you get the signature scripts or the different scripts, I think they also came with 3. Yeah, it does. It says so right there. They get 3. So you get nearly 70 Luminous Ink if you do all of these. So it's pretty good. That's enough to scribe quite a few skills. I think it's 3 each, something like that.
It probably will not count towards your achievement though, because it is looted or found scribing ones. So if this is like the ones in the daily achievements, these will not not daily achievements, daily rewards. These will not count towards your achievement count for scribing ink.
No. Yeah, they also...
Which is fine, because you want that achievement, because you get more scribing things for getting it eventually. But it's fine, because you're just learning how to use scribing, and this is a good chunk of ink for you to just mess around for a bit.
Yeah, it also doesn't count towards the acquire 10 Luminous Ink in these... pursuit, because there is a pursuit for that as well. so you won't, grab the 20 and suddenly knock that one out as well. Um, but yeah, yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of good stuff to get from this one, and I'm getting pretty close to, I guess, getting that painting. Need to go through and make sure to knock those out, but I've been so focused on the other stuff. So
now that we've talked about the golden pursuits of scribing, how do people unlock scribing?
How to unlock scribing? Well, it's now part of the base game. Unlock the scribing system for free and craft custom skills. ESO's scribing system is now part of the base game and free for all ESO players. Learn how you can claim it and create custom skills now. We are thrilled to announce that the scribing system is now part of the ESO base game and free for all players. This includes access to the core system and its bespoke questline and rewards. You can claim the scribing bundle for free from the in-game crown store listed under upgrades. Once you've claimed the bundle, you will get the starter quest titled The Second Era of Scribing and can begin your scribing journey. Get ready to delve deep into the origins of magic. Note that you must be level 30 or have reached the champion system to acquire the bundle. If you happen to drop the quest, don't worry, you can always find it again within your collections UI or under quest starters in the crown store. Upon completion, you will unlock the scribing system questline and can begin to acquire and customize skills. With scribing, you can master the precursor to what would eventually become spellmaking by acquiring grimoires and combining them with unique scripts. While grimoires provide the basic function of a script or of a skill, scripts allow you to change their various effects to meet your needs. Note that to begin scribing, you need a character to either have reached level 30 or have access to the champion system. You can learn more about scribing and exactly how it works in this guide page. With the scribing system unlocking for all ESO players, everybody can craft custom skills and truly play their way. We can't wait to see how many players combine their scribe skills with the new subclassing system too. Let us know if you're excited about creating your own skills with the crafting or the scribing system on socials. Have fun.
Exciting.
You know what else is exciting? Notification sounds. Turn those down. I feel like I was going to say something about this. No. I guess that would actually be better to talk about with what you just mentioned, PTS. Anyway, scribing is going to be available to everybody, so go and do it. And it's just another way to unlock more stuff to use. More skills are always fun, and again, as I mentioned, being paired with subclassing, you can come up with all kind of crazy stuff. And depending on how you like to play, you're probably not going to be chasing the meta with some of the really crazy builds. But if you like to just run through and quest and play solo and be able to do, basic dungeons and public dungeons and stuff like that with your friends, whatever,
Notes.
You can pretty much knock, put together all kinds of wild builds. Anyway.
So, quick note. The quest line's worth it just for the story. Second note. If you are a player who likes to do things in story order, you can do scribing anytime, because it's a little leaflet. You're just going to get different dialogue. But if you wanted to do things in a story order, you'd want to complete Mage's Guild before you grab scribing.
Okay. Cool.
Just a side note for people who care about that sort of thing, because you can still do it. You're going to get different dialogue if you just grab the little leaflet notice and go do it. That's the difference. You're going to get different dialogue when you initially get in there. But because scribing in is a subsect of Mage's Guild. You'll want to finish the Mage's Guild questline first, and before you do the scribing, if that order matters to you.
All right. Well, should we
Yes.
go to the update 47?
Feast of Shadows.
Bum, bum,
Alright.
bum.
Update 47 and Feast of Shadows are now available on the public test server. Help test new features and dungeons coming to the game in Update 47 by playing on the PTS. The public test server has now been updated to include both the upcoming Feast of Shadows dungeon pack and Update 47 base game patch, giving you access to 2 new dungeons, mount swimming, stackable survey maps, and more. This is also your first chance to help us test the first stages of the upcoming Q4 Writhing Wall event. To access the PTS, go to the Settings menu within the PC Mac ESO launcher by toggling the Show Public Test Environment option. You can then download and access the game client. Don't forget to leave feedback and report any bugs you come across by typing /feedback or /bug in chat. If you want to learn about the features coming in Update 47 or anything else to do with the patch, be sure to check out the link preview blog and link PTS patch notes in the ESO forums. Which of Updates 47's new additions and improvements are you most excited to experience?
Swimming mounts.
Okay, listen, it's swimming mounts, but it's bobbing guar, okay? I know I keep saying this everywhere where things are typable, but it's bobbing guar, because their little feet, it's like, they're just using their big feet to keep jumping or something, or like little doggy paddle with the tail rudder or thing going on, like, just picture the little guar.
Have you actually seen any gameplay of that to see how it actually looks? I don't know that I've actually seen it.
No, I haven't, but I love imagination, and I am very excited to see it actually implemented.
I wonder if they've created animations for swimming, or if it'll just kind of look like they're running underneath the water.
Probably not. They're probably just running through the water, and that's fine. I'll accept it, but I'm going to have fun with my imagination.
So there's new stuff coming that, the new dungeons, the mount swimming, that kind of stuff. There's also the new house.
Oh my gosh, the thing that Katie showed us last week.
Yeah, have you seen it? Have you actually watched any tours of it or anything?
No, just that picture.
So,
but I was ready to stop decorating the Snugpod just from that picture, because I have literally, through all of Gold Road, before Gold Road started, everything about Gold Road, I was like, I need a boss room. I really need another treehouse. Just another treehouse, a giant treehouse. I need a treehouse in this zone specifically, because Westfield is probably one of my favorite zones for ambience, right? Especially because everything that happens down there with the Wood Elves, right? And now we get this house. I am so excited for this house. I haven't even been inside this house, and I'm so excited for this house. I don't think I can illustrate how happy I am for getting this thing. And it's not just that it's Wood Elf house in this zone. It's Wood Elf mixed with Imperial stuff. I mean, it's Colovians, so but it's Wood Elf mixed with Imperial stuff in this zone. It's like, hey Gwen, you wanted that perfect thing? Here's your perfect thing. Enjoy. And by the way, you earn it at the end of the year. This is your free house. Okay, I'm done fangirling. I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's I've watched a couple of different tours on it, and it is really cool. I mean, it's a legit treehouse. I mean, you've got a couple of different paths off to the side you can go across that are basically just running along bridges from one branch to another is what it looks like. or at least what I saw. I kind of watched it while distracted by the things on my phone, so it wasn't the best way to watch it. But it's either bridges or it might even be just running across branches from one spot to another. But
That's so Tarzan. I'm excited.
yeah, and you can like look down and see stuff below you. You can build up really high on it, which isn't my thing necessarily, but a lot of people get crazy with just building way up into the sky. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a contender for me possibly relocating. The thing that keeps me from wanting to relocate is I actually spent crowns to get the house that I have. But it's definitely got a chance to, if nothing else, be a temporary relocation while I remodel. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. You get a chance, either go look it up, or if you don't want spoilers, definitely when it comes out, it's worth checking out because it's pretty sweet.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I am gonna wait. I'm gonna be surprised. I'm excited. Anyway, yes.
The other thing that I have seen a little bit of feedback on so far with PTS currently, they're because of the subclassing system and the way that certain skill lines have been way more heavily favored because of their passives. They're hitting some abilities pretty hard. They're taking away. It has a lot to do with ultimate generation. So there's a lot of skills that have their own undefined, do this thing, generate ultimate kind of stuff. And they're changing a lot of those to just be major or minor heroism, which is already attainable in other places, so it won't stack. So instead of being able to get your heroism buffs from something else and then use those abilities to increase your ultimate generation even more, they're just going to make them all have the same major or minor buff. So that's been looked at as a pretty big nerf to ultimate generation. And
I just stuck my tongue out at hearing that. For the record, that was my response.
Yeah. So there's some of the people that I've heard talk about it have said that they hope that they'll hear feedback and revert that or do something different, because that is it's just kind of a boring change.
I don't even think about that sort of thing, because the way my rotation works, I don't really need to add in potions and stuff, right? But I know how other people do things, and I don't like it. I don't like it for the other people.
Yeah, it's just, the really high end DPS folks, make use of that, I'm sure, and I'm sure there's, maybe for tanks or something. There's use for it, but the average players probably aren't really even, taking advantage of a ton of that stuff. But their claimed reason for doing it is that they want to eliminate some of the passive gameplay where you just don't have to do anything and you're stronger because of it, which I understand. But when you just take all those skills and you just make them give the same major and minor buffs, it eliminates some of the desire to even take those skills in the first place. Because some of them are skills that are like, you just have the skill slotted. You don't even have to do anything. It can be slotted on either bar. But people may have.
Okay, so when you phrase it, taking away some of the passive gameplay, that changes my attitude on it. Because initially it was pretty negative, but you say taking away the passive gameplay, and then I'm starting to think about all of the different buffs and stats. And if you ever put on that one ring that just gives you everything,
Oaken Soul,
but you only have one bar, that.
Mm-hmm.
You see the whole list, right, of all the potential different things, all the things that can happen, all the things going on. And I have the same thought to it. The same thought is a response, and it's both positive and negative at the same time. There isn't a reaction one way or the other, just a thought, both positive and negative, because that is a huge mental load for you to constantly be focusing on. So making it more streamlined, more simple makes the game more accessible. However, for people who rely on those different buffs and things for other content, for like harder content and stuff, to think about those things, that's probably going to make it harder for them at first while they adjust to how things are going to go. So we'll just see where the PTS goes with this one, I guess. If it sticks or if it gets changed around again.
Yeah, some of the stuff I've heard was actually regarding Oaken Soul builds, because you already have those buffs, so that completely eliminates any reason to take those skills.
Yeah, but I was just using Oaken Soul as an example to, like, if you have that, you can look at that whole list of all the potential things you can have. And there's a lot, and between all of the different effects and background things, and then your champion points and the stuff in your skill lines, and the different potion effects, and all the different potions that there are, and the different effects that they can do for different things that you need to apply at different times. That is a huge mental load that you need to pay attention to when you're getting into the content. So by switching that over to what they're doing, even though we're going meh, it actually it does help make it more accessible. And like the theme is 10 years in ESO, having things more accessible right now makes it easier for new players, especially those who might not be used to MMOs and all the different add-in mechanics and different things you need to pay attention to.
Right.
It makes that mental load easier. It makes it more accessible. So that way you don't have to have constantly be thinking about all the different background things as you're starting out.
Right.
Which, like I said, the only big issue I can see with a switch to that is the current established population of endgamers who are used to those rotations and thinking about just, yes, these couple extra stats on this potion is going to make the difference for all of us, is they adjust. But everyone does eventually adjust. And once that adjustment is done, then it'll be fine. So, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just curious to see how it goes with the PTS, whether this sticks or whether if there has already been enough backlash that's already been even eliminated and it's going to not change.
Yeah, I think the big thing is that it's just not interesting. It just because with it being related to subclassing, maybe you took and that's where a lot of it I think comes from, is like Nightblade and Arcanist are like two of the most common taken skill lines, and so it's you might want to take those two skill lines maybe just specifically for those skills, but now if both of those just offer the same buff, there's no, so I don't know, if they need to change it, so be it, but it'd be nice to see them do something a little more interesting than just kind of make them all just give that same buff that's already pretty readily available. There's just a lot of sources for it already from what I gather. I don't spend a lot of time looking at where all the different buffs and stuff can come from, but yeah. But we have to say, I mean, it's just I think it's the first phase on PTS right now still. Mm-hmm. So
exactly, like I just said, I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah. So, they hear the feedback on it, they could completely change it, they could revert it, or just do something different. So we'll see. But there was one other thing regarding housing. I think it's update 47. It might have been 48, but I think it's 47. Is some of the new furnishings. One of the things
I actually saw some of these.
So one of the things I've needed for my house was structures that I could, where I've got my crafting areas and stuff set up.
You're getting the tiki tent.
They're bringing a tiki tent, so I can just, I'm probably going to be redoing that. So
did you get all the trees I sent you, the trees and bushes?
I did.
Because I know you don't have the new ones, so I just sent you a bunch.
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
A couple, so you can mess around with them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just in my storage box until I can get around to
That's fine. It's just island furnishings. Never's the island cat.
Yeah. I might soon be a treehouse cat though. I don't know. That thing's pretty sweet. um, but anyway, yeah, there's some cool stuff coming with update 47, and I've seen a few things on possibly what's coming later than that too, but we won't get into that because who knows how much that stuff could change between now and then too. But anyway, let's see, we already did that
last article
with that too. Yeah, the anniversary pack. There we go.
All right. Unlock celebratory rewards with 10-year anniversary pack. Celebrate a decade of adventures with this anniversary pack bundle featuring a new costume, pet, and more. The Elder Scrolls Online 10-year anniversary has come and gone. But who says we can't keep the party going? Starting July 9th, keep the good times rolling with the new 10-year anniversary pack. This brand new bundle is available for purchase on the Xbox, PlayStation, ESO Store, Steam, and Epic Games stores for $9.99 USD, and includes an assortment of items to help you celebrate 10 years of ESO. Upon purchasing the pack, you'll immediately receive the elegant Palantine Anniversary Drape costume, perfect for parties, it looks very cheesy, and a shimmering 10-year anniversary gold wisp pet, ready to accompany you on your adventures. In addition, you'll receive a system mail message containing 5 Dazzler dispenser furnishings. Once opened, each of these furnishings will continuously fire off a variety of colorful, celebratory illusions that are sure to liven up any occasion. Lastly, in addition to the aforementioned goodies, the 10-year anniversary pack also includes a bundle of 1,000 crowns ready to be spent in the in-game crown store. Are you ready to be the life of the party with these celebratory rewards? Then head over to your preferred platform store to pick up the new 10-year anniversary pack today. Have any upcoming special occasions that give you an excuse to break out these new goodies? Let us know and feel free to share your screenshots. So what do you think about this pack?
I'm a little torn, to be honest. So if you're somebody that buys crowns, you basically are buying the crowns and getting the other things for free. It's basically how that works out. $10 for 1,000 crowns would be about the conversion there. So you're basically, if you want to get 1,000 crowns for $10, then you get some other little goodies to go with it. So if you were already going to do that, it's cool. Did they say this was a limited time deal?
It doesn't look like it. It just looks
Starting
like a
July
start
9th.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who knows how long it will go?
I don't know. With it being part of the celebration stuff, I'm not sure that I love that it's a purchase item. I don't know. I feel like they could have maybe just made that something to do with the oh gosh. The golden pursuits, and just taking the crowns off of it, and made that just kind of part of the, because that's what we've done with a lot of this stuff already. Is it's just been kind of built into that, celebrate by going and playing versus going and buying.
Well, they need to monetize things somehow, so here we are.
Here we are.
But my thing is, okay, so here's what I think. One, yes, the Wisp is a reskin, but first overarching thing, yeah, if you want to if you want to get 1,000 crowns, just get the pack instead. It's just like ESO Plus, you want crowns, get ESO Plus, because then you get ESO Plus and you get crowns.
And you get 150
if you want
extra.
crowns, get this, and then you get crowns, right? So same concept, but breaking it down past the basic obvious, just be smart. So yeah, Wisp totally reskin. I don't mind. The Wisp, it's golden, it's cool. They're following the theme, but let's say you are a character that, oh god, I hate saying this. I feel disgusting saying this. Let's say you worship Meridia. That is perfect. That is a perfect pet for you. if you worship Meridia, having her like little ball of light follow you around, like Navi or whatever. If you do RP, right, you just have your little Meridia pet. That's amazing, wonderful. And the dress, it is different enough that I recognize it is a new dress, but is also still very similar to like Khajiit. So it's nice. These are permanent furnishing dazzlers. Did I read that right? Is that what that is?
I think so.
Continuously fire off.
Yeah, I think they're
We
probably...
don't have anything like that already, do we?
Well,
that's permanent?
There's something, because some of those Snugpods that I visited trying to find a crafting house had some stuff that just kept going off. I'm not sure what it was. I didn't really look super close, but the Jester's Festival things only go off when you open them, right? So, yeah, I assume these will be similar to that, but I guess they'll just keep... You know what? It's possible that this is actually the thing that I saw in those houses, because it's available now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's already. So it's possible that that's what I. That's what they had in the house. Actually, now that I think about it, they could have just had those.
Because
up
like for because for RP specifically for RP or for a festival, like you're doing a festival town or something, you want fireworks. This is a great furnishing item. For me at least, I look at this and it's worth it for the furnishing item. Oh, but that's just me. That's just me. I like furnishing. I love adding in effects, especially when you're on console and we don't have all the different like UI options or like graphic overlays or lighting changes and stuff that PC has. You have to pay attention to how you're using your in-game lighting and your in-game effects. And so getting something like this is a big win. Yes, it's a purchasable item, but it's still another thing that helps add to the ambience in your housing, which is very important if you're doing anything in your houses besides just crafting in them or using as ports. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that article. Those are all my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, you get for the price. Like I said, if you're buying crowns anyway, for the price, I mean, you get quite a bit of stuff with it. I mean, you're essentially getting 7 other items if you count, 5 separate boxes as individual items. So, so it's a pretty good deal if that's something that you're interested in for sure. And the costume looks nice. The Wisp pet's cool. And like I said, I'm not sure if that might have been looking at the picture of it. I do think that might have been what was in the house that I was thinking of, because it kind of had the little color sparkly thing. So they might have had those in there. But yeah, all right. Well,
I have lore.
You have lore.
I have lore. Okay, so scribing. I am really passionate about the scribing storyline, and I really want people to pay attention to it. I don't want you to just rush through everything. So we're going to have you listen to the first part of the story, because you'll want to read more. You will want to go through this quest to read more. You will want to know. Okay? Here we go. Our Story, Part 1, by Ulfsild. An account of the life of the Nord Reachfolk Archmage. For the sake of our future children and grandchildren, I'll put these tales to paper for posterity, for I know my husband will not. Even if he wrote about such sentimental things, you know how he is. Sometimes I think his notes just grow wings and flutter off. I was a wild thing back when we met, raised by clever folk who made their homes all over Skyrim. They were not the parents of my birth, but told me my mother was a Nord and my father was a Briarheart, and that I was stolen as a babe from the nest of a hagraven. I was a wild, tempestuous, and beaky child, sharp and spiteful beyond my years. I loved to talk and play with the birds in the wood or the animals in the glen, and I guarded my heart with brambles. So I never doubted this truth to this tale of my parentage. I grew steady like a reed on the riverside, and the whirls and magic I could see moving across the land, guiding my hand and teaching me so very much. My way of looking and speaking and acting in the world made me beloved by my clan for what I could do, even if not for who I was. Shalador just appeared one day, quite suddenly. I rarely got a moment to myself, someone always after me for my magic. I valued my solitude. I was not happy to see it disturbed by some bewildered stranger appearing in the middle of my alchemy garden, stumbling all over my white caps and imp-stools. I tore into him for his irresponsibility and scolded him for his sloppy portal magic, opening a passageway to a place one had never been before. He seemed to get his bearings, and he argued right back that he had been here before, when the place was a broad glacier and not a swamp, and thereby not inhabited by shouting swamp witches like me. That gave me pause. Not the insult. The title of swamp witch rather charmed me. But the cottage where I took residence had stood there for an age or longer, shared for generations by wandering clever folk. I'd never known the land around it as anything but marshlands. By the state of things, it had been so for hundreds of years. I was annoyed. But the wind picked up as a blizzard roared in, so I sourly bade him into my hut for shelter. There, I learned he had returned to Skyrim after many years abroad in search of someone called the Warrior Witch of Kyne's Aegis, and another someone who was a priest of Jonal Wandering the Pale, and another someone who was a clever woman living in the Grahtwood Mountains. I told him that I happened to be all three of those things, and that I was happy to add Shouting Swamp Witch of Harlmarch Hold as of that day. So that is our story, part 1, and I recommend you do scribing to read the rest.
There's a lot of fun characters in that quest line.
That's so good.
I'm still quite partial to the little fox. But
it's just so good! Anyway. I can't pick a favorite. I thought I couldn't pick a favorite.
Yeah, very, very different characters for sure.
Alright. Done fanning over that one. I'm never done fanning over that one, but we can move on.
Well, I can tell you that I have been in very many places in Tamriel this past week. I've been in Vvardenfell. I've been in Ardon. I've been in East March. I've been in the Telvanni Peninsula. I have been Cold Harbor.
You were getting stuff done.
I've been many places, and I have not seen the Dwemer in any of them. I did see some evidence that they had been there at one point with some constructs and such, but we also have a hi from Canada, from Katie, by the way.
So explain what you're doing with the Dwemer.
Well, we or I guess it's been my journey, is to find all the places that they're not in hopes that maybe one day we find where they are. So we talk about where the Dwemer didn't go, and all of those places I went, they weren't there. So the Dwemer have vanished from Tamriel. They're just gone, and nobody knows. There's theories, but nobody knows. But well, I think there might be a duck that knows, like an alien space duck, but other than that, nobody knows where the Dwemer went. And so we I've been looking for them as I go to see if I find them, and I haven't. So maybe by process of elimination we find them. Crazy, says Lorcan. I was talking about Howard the duck, aka Todd Howard.
You know, jokes aren't funny if you have to explain them, but I'm not laughing. I'm just glad that it was explained.
Yeah. I don't know. I still thought it was funny. But more funny, like, just not ha ha. Crazy says lol. By the way, we are joined by Gone Crazy back soon, but she's not actually with us.
She was not back soon. She was back late. We're basically done with this show.
Yes.
We've done all the news.
I do have a question for you, though.
Yes.
I'm sure there are some listeners out there that are really tired of just being sent to kill everything. So how do they stop that?
Contemplate, think really hard. Look at your character. Are they dressed the way you like? Do you enjoy your class? Do you enjoy your race? Are you starting to get attached to your character? Did you want to give them a personality? Add more to their background? But not sure where to start? I got a couple questions for you today. And today those questions are based on how you like to fight. So we're talking about weapons today and weapon specialization. Got two questions. First question is, how did your character choose their weapon specialization? Did you just get a sword saying you want to be an adventurer? Did you accidentally shoot off a bolt of magicka in a crazy moment and realized you had an aptitude for it? How did you did you make a pact with a Daedra and get a fancy book? How did you choose your weapons? And then, how do you train with them? How do you know you're learning and getting better? Are you going somewhere specifically to train in your travels, in fighting and doing missions and helping the Undaunted and helping all these guilds? Are you learning different methods, different moves, different ways to block and shift and fight and attack from the other people you're meeting in your journey? What do these interactions look like? How does your character feel about learning these things when they're getting stronger and more proficient in their weapon? Those are your character development questions for the week. It's a lot. You don't have to answer now.
Well,
a weapon is a very personal thing. Very personal choice.
It is. This particular character generally favors a two-handed sword, which is unusual for me. Most of the time, I normally tend to be more of the smaller, faster weapon kind of guy, but I just have I like the move set for the two-handed weapons. I like the fact that I can swing them and they hit everything in front of me.
So you like the feel of having the large, heavy weapon in your hand and the movement of being able to swing it around?
Yep. I like to swing one blade and hit three things or more. As far as training, it's just it's on the job training. Get out there and put it to use.
Doing your drills every morning, staying sharp.
Yeah, but I do consider myself an expert in all weapons. So,
do you know how relaxing that would be? Just from your Khajiit's perspective, sit it on your island, right? Khajiit, just how relaxing that would be. Just practicing doing drills with a two-handed weapon on a beach, listening to the waves and stuff. That is just such a relaxing concept.
Did you have any thoughts for that?
I actually didn't. I didn't. I need to think about how how it would work for me. because when I thought of this, I was trying to hit my sister. So I know how that sounds, but we did a thing. Yeah, you have to listen to the bonus episode to understand the rest of that story. She finally agreed to let me to fight me. It's taken years, guys. It's taken years. We haven't fought since we were like children. So like, yeah. It was a big moment. So yeah, no, I'm saving that story. Just know it was consensual. Anyway, okay, let's move on to guild announcements. Before I just keep laughing.
All right. Well, we in the Snugpod are part of the Lore Seekers Guild, multi-platform, and we are all three on PlayStation. The other two of them are also on PC. But as far as the PlayStation side of things go, we have a couple of activities that we do throughout the week, and we've got a couple of people that host some things for us. And so if you're part of the guild on PlayStation, you can come hang out on Monday nights between 8 or 8 at 8. Let me start over. Monday nights at 8 Central. Yeah. I read the 8 Central, 9 Eastern thing and was thinking between 8 and 9, I guess. But, we do Mondays with Moki. Moki hosts that for us, and that's fishing, Cyrodiil, and achievement hunting, shenanigans, all kinds of stuff. Moki's been hosting that for a while, and so come hang out. No level requirements or anything there. We do Treacherous Tuesdays, which is just dungeon day. That's kind of, you can do dungeons any day, but we encourage people to, take Tuesdays as a day to, if you haven't done some, go do them. Group up with your guildies. You can go do some lore runs. You can do, gear hunting. Anything you particularly want to do. That's the day that we encourage doing that. There's no sign-ups or anything for that. We used to do that, but now it's just kind of grab some people and group up. But and then we also have our 3 Dragoon on Fearless Friday host an event from at 7 Central, and that is our Undaunted event. Undaunted. We are Undaunted.
Maybe a little daunted.
And
actually, no, I'm not undaunted anymore.
A little less daunted than previously.
A little less daunted. The caffeine is starting to kick in.
and crazy undaunted with us through text there. So
it counts.
But that's Undaunted dailies, the oh my goodness, pledges, that kind of stuff. Group up, go do those things, and have a good time. And that's pretty much it. If you want to do any of that stuff in your own PlayStation, or if you just want to be part of the guild on the other platforms as well, you can. How?
To clarify, those events are PSNA. We do have PSAU EU. We're getting more invites for PSEU lately, but these are specifically for PSNA.
Correct.
But however, if you want to join us or any other platform, you can go to loreseekers.club. This is the newer thing that has links to everywhere, and this will set you up with the link to the Discord and fill out a little guild application. Pretty simple, pretty basic. It's just one of those, are we good for you? Are you good for us? Will we get along? Because we want everyone to be in a guild. We're a social guild, and we want everyone to be in on the social level that we all are. If you're constantly needing someone right there, if you're trying to use us like the group finder, we probably aren't the guild for you. If you need friends to help you out with something, and then we're able to get on when we're able to and give you a hand, or you're just looking to socialize, or find different content to do together? We probably are. And if you enjoyed our show today and were listening live, you can find us on your podcatcher of choice. But if you are listening on your podcatcher of choice and you would like to hear us live, well, right now it's unfortunately a gamble on where you can find us, because 2 of the 3 of us are currently traveling. So today we are only filming on YouTube. So if you're seeing this in your podcatcher and going, I didn't get the ping for Twitch going live today. Well, we are on Twitch, but we are also on YouTube, both Snugpod Cast. However, when we only have one person, we only have one stream going. And if you've been listening for a while and you know who's in the Strug Pod, it's the YouTube. That's why you're only seeing this on your podcatcher later. It's just going to be like that for a few weeks. Thank you for being amazing. But if you would like to get notifications of when we're going live, you can follow us on Twitter at SnugPodcast. And if you would like to share any of your No More Murder Hobo questions with us, if you want to tell me about your favorite weapon or weapon specialization, you can email us at snugpodcast@gmail.com, and Never will read those and then relay anything, because he is old enough to check email.
Yes, I am of the appropriate level. All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. A pretty good show. Unfortunately, we weren't all here, but that's okay. That's the way it goes sometimes. But I think we held it down pretty well considering. So, do you have anything else?
We had no aggro. We had no aggro interruptions.
Yeah. I think mine fell asleep on the couch behind me. And one
the show was blessed by the divines. There was no aggro interruption. Gorgeous.
So, do you have anything else before we go?
Hail Sithis.
What?
Hail Sithis.
Okay. Crazy said.
I've been saying it all day. Okay.
Crazy said she made it in spirit at the end. So she is here. She's hanging out in the YouTube chat. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. If you've been here with us live, thank you for hanging out with us. If you're watching this back later, or if you are listening to the podcast format, thank you as well. Hopefully it's been fun for you and maybe a little informative. We appreciate just letting us be part of your day. And I had a note also. Congrats to Raymond and is it Kalia?
Yes.
Was their wedding today?
Yes, that's why I got 4 hours of sleep. The reception went quite long. Okay.
So I missed some conversation somewhere. I gathered that there was a wedding happening. I did not realize it was happening while you were there.
We'll cover all of that during our Tavern bonus episode.
Right. Yeah. So...
It's the only reason I'm here. You can't miss a friend's wedding.
But yeah, congrats to them. That's big news. So
yes.
Wish them the best in their marriage. So, but anyway, as I was saying, thanks for hanging out with us, and we will be back again soon. The next few weeks are still, going to be kind of a toss up for how things are going to go. But until next time, have a good day, have a good night, week, whatever. Take care of yourself, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.
Bye.
Sleep well, Tamriel.